Hey everybody, it's the Nitty Professor, and I wanted to get back to you with an assessment of how my Rancourt Harrison Redux boots did during my stay in Stockholm. As most of you know, I took one pair of boots with me on my trip. That's generally what I do when I go to Europe. I pack light. I don't want to check any bags. It's just not worth the headache and the expense. And I like to travel light because I want to be able to get around by myself from the airport to the Airbnb and back. And I also like to be able to make a purchase while I'm there, whether it's boots, yarn, whatever it is, souvenirs for the family. So this is the only footwear that I took in addition to my socks. I only took 3 pairs of socks because those wool socks, you can wear them multiple times before you have to put them in a wash because they're wool. So I counted my steps, my miles, based on what my app told me. And I walked 60 miles total in these boots in Stockholm, most of it outdoors. There were a lot of cobblestones, a lot of stone, a lot of cement. There wasn't a whole lot in the way of like grass or, I wasn't in parks. So it was like urban jungle type of hiking. Not that, Stockholm is jungly per se. It's a very clean, beautiful city. Very accessible. Public transportation was awesome. So, but I put a lot of miles in these boots because I wanted to see as much as I could and just enjoy exploring. I like to walk around and just stop in somewhere. I see a restaurant I like or a store I like, or, I was on the way to one museum. I found another museum and I went there instead. So a lot of it's just spur of the moment type of stuff. Not really, it's like improvised. So yeah, and I just want to begin by saying these boots were fantastic. To be honest, if I had any concern at all, it was the fact that this leather is so squishy that I was like, well, I get the support that I need. But I'm very happy to report that I got all the support I needed. And I don't really know how to explain it because I have several pairs of boots with robust leather that's a real challenge to break in, and then once you break it in you feel like, ooh, I've accomplished something, and they give you a lot of support. And these were just a snap to break in. The leather is the khaki Orion flesh out from Horween in Chicago, and this is a unstructured toe. You can just see this is so squishy. There's no structure. The most structure that you have is this extra layer of leather around the sides from the true moccasin construction that you get. And the lacing, to me it doesn't look especially robust, but I had absolutely zero problems with the sturdiness of these boots. They just held up beautifully. And as you can imagine, when you're walking, particularly on cobblestones and stuff like that, there's going to be a fair amount of rotation in your foot. It's not like walking on a warehouse floor or something like that. Your boots really are called upon to give you that ankle support and that lower leg support to keep you striding comfortably and stably. And they just work great. I can't say enough. It surprises me a little bit that these boots aren't like circulating more. They're not like as well known, as out there as your Red Wings and your Trumans and stuff like that. But boy, oh boy, are they great. And the sole, you can tell. So this is a Vibram sole, the Christie sole, and I definitely put some wear on them, but it's minimal. It's not like the soles that my son has on his Division Road Whites collab, which was a deliberately more cushiony, forgiving sole. This Christie sole is cushiony and forgiving, but not in a way that makes it subject to excessive wear and tear. So, 60 miles, it's not like, it's like 2.5 marathons, right? So it's not like I went around the world or something like that. But I feel like I gave these boots a great run for their money. The leather laces are also a huge help because it's so easy to adjust the fit. I also like these pull tabs. It makes them, like, sometimes I had to take them on and off for whatever reason because something got into my shoe, or airport security, they're like, oh, you don't have to take off your shoes. Well, guess what? If you have boots on, you probably have to take them off. 3 times I've been told you don't have to take off your shoes. They got to the other side, they're like, you got to take off your shoes. I'm like, wow. So having these pull tabs on makes it just a little bit easier to get them on and off. Now the one thing they don't have is speed hooks, but that's fine. I have plenty of boots without speed hooks, so I'm used to that. So in any case, overall, my assessment of these boots is take them to Europe, take them wherever. They hold up. There was rain one day, had zero problems with water intrusion. My feet stayed dry. When I was on the plane, I always take my boots off when I'm on the plane, obviously, and because these are so soft, I could just like kind of step on them when I was sleeping there in my seat, and they were like foot pillows during those long trips back and forth to Europe. So I thought, hey, Miss Toe, I thought I would let you guys know, look out, that I made an excellent choice, and I might choose this way again. Obviously, I'm a bit of a collector, so I have multiple options to pick from. So we'll see if these boots get the nod again. But if you're ever contemplating a trip where you can only have one pair of boots and you're going to do a ton of walking, then these are a fantastic option. So with that, I'll leave you guys. I appreciate your attention, your watching, your liking, your commenting, your subscribing. Thank you so much. Hope you all have a great Labor Day weekend. Take care. Bye.